Yo, what is up everybody? This is Steven with Bama Saltwater. As you see behind me, that's beautiful Pensacola Beach. I'm on my way to Navarre, Florida. Oh, I see a bunch of birds busting over there. There's always something happening. But like I said, I'm on my way to Navarre Beach, Florida in the boat, but I saw a bunch of bait. And when you see bait, you want to collect it up because you don't know if you're going to see it where you're getting to. But I have sabikied up some really nice pilchards. You'll hear me refer to them as alewives or scaled sardines, but they're pretty much a pilchard or whitebait, whatever you want to call it. And this is a sabiki rig. Lot of hooks, gold hooks with little bitty pieces of fish skin in a row, and then clip on a weight on the bottom. You'll drop this down and do little bitty jigs, and you can collect up as much bait as you want. You can do the same thing on the pier and seawalls as well. But I just wanted to show you, I don't want to bore you catching a bunch of bait. Let's get to our fishing spot and see if we can get into something pretty cool. We'll see you over there. Well, we made it to beautiful Navarre Beach from Orange Beach, Alabama. Conditions are awesome right now. It's not completely flat. It's got a little bit of white cap, which is perfect for this type of fishing. Now let me show you what rig I'm using. Now I'm running a 5/0 Gamakatsu circle hook to a loop knot on some 50-pound fluorocarbon leader. And this is 50-pound Nomad Pandera 8-strand braid on a Penn Slammer 4 6500 and a 6.5-foot heavy power moderate action offshore rod. I'm gonna run two setups just like that. The only difference is one of them I'm gonna run this fluoro, the other one I'm running wire. Get one out of our live well, look at that. You wanna be careful, protect your baits, use D-hookers when you're sabiking them up so they stay nice and healthy and lively on the hook. Now I'm gonna go through the lip, come out the top of the head. There's a hard cartilage in their nose. There we go, let's get it out. Right behind the boat. And then I'm gonna let this line out. You know, let it go about 50 feet behind the boat. And I'm probably just gonna run one live bait right now just so they don't intermingle with each other. And we're just gonna drift with this wind. You can also bump troll, that means put the boat in gear, take it out of gear. Put it in gear, like don't throttle down, but just in gear and take it back out. And that's called bump trolling. Oh, that was a king and it just bit through my leader. Okay, time to go to wire. Yeah, we were out the next day and actually in Alabama. I didn't have any luck yesterday other than bottlenose dolphin stealing my bait. So same setup, same bait, just a different day. Let's toss this joker out. There we go. Let that thing swim behind the boat and get eaten by something. Okay, come on. We got it. Fish on, y'all. Oh man. Put the trolling motor in anchor mode. Oh yes. What a nice fish on the live bait. Much better day than yesterday. Ooh, swimming towards the boat real fast. Come on. I got wire and that circle hook, so you don't have to sit there and set the hook real hard. Come on, be a king. I got two military training helicopters. Oh yeah, it is a king, sweet. Or is that a big Spanish? No, that's just a big Spanish. That's a nice one too. Woohoo! That's a nice Spanish. A stud. See if we can boat flip them. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good Spanish mackerel right there on the live bait. That's what I'm talking about. Now that's what I call a Spanish mackerel. That is a good one. Thought it was a small king at first. Then I saw that dorsal fin, that real black dorsal fin on the front. I knew it was a Spanish. What a perfect size one right there. They really have some crazy looking teeth. You see them? They're sharp. That's why I like using wire or really heavy fluoro or mono. But the water isn't ultra clear today, so wire's just fine. Let's throw him in the cooler and get another live bait out there. This is awesome. Beautiful fish though. Sweet. So I need to get another one of these live baits out of here. And there's tons more where I'm at, which is a good sign. But I'm just using a circle hook. You are allowed to use treble hooks in Alabama, but I already had the circle hook tied up in case I'm free lining over a rig. And it seems like every time I talk, there's a helicopter flying over. Let's get this pilchard back out. And I'm just using the trolling motor to slowly troll along the beach at around 1 mile an hour or so. There we go. And I'm holding it in my hand with the bail open and very lightly holding that Nomad braid, because braid doesn't have any stretch. The wire doesn't have any stretch. This rod is a moderate action rod. It's a dark matter IO rod, 7'3" So it's got some nice tip to it that gives some, and that's why you want a rod that gives a little bit if you're fishing live bait. Otherwise you're gonna pull the hook out of these mouths and throw your live bait off all the time. We just got another fish on. There it is. Oh, and it just came off. Smaller Spanish. That's how I was explaining it. Treble hooks, you hook them much better, but like I said, if I'm freelining over a reef and a big snapper comes up and hits it, which they do a lot, then I got the circle hook. Get us another live bait. And I'm hooking these through the nose, so when you troll them slowly, I'm talking about real slow, like a mile an hour to less than a mile an hour. But I'm hooking them through that hard cartilage in the nose. There we go. And they'll swim straight. Let's cast back out. Where you find one, you'll find more. They're schooling fish. And what they'll do a lot of times, come and bite that bait in half, leave you with just the head, and then they come back and grab the rest. So if you feel that hit, but nothing happened and you still feel a little bit of weight on your line, that means they just cut that bait in half and they're coming back for the rest of it. So leave it out there. See, like right now, it's getting cut in half. It just took it, and then I'm gonna start reeling, and now we have it. I mean, that was not long at all. Whew. And this is a bluefish. Okay, that's why it came in fast. Bluefish are not bad fish when fresh. King mackerel actually love to eat smaller bluefish like this, but I'm just after the Spanish and the kings today. But that's why it felt so jittery and felt like it was coming in fast, because that is a bluefish. No limits on these. You definitely want something to dehook them, because they are toothy critters. All these fish, predator fish out here, are toothy. Circle hook comes out easy for them. Quick release. Let's get another live bait on and probably troll again. I don't know. If the bluefish are stealing my bait, I mean, catching fish is fun, but I'm targeting the mackerel right now. So if they keep on stealing the bait, then I'll keep on trolling. You know, if you get a lot of these pilchards or alewives, you can really live bait chum. That means take a handful or a net full, toss it out behind the boat, and then toss yours in. And that'll sometimes get them fired up pretty good. Another nice live bait going out behind the boat. My drag is set not very tight, but not extremely loose either. And when they make that initial run, you want them to tire out, especially big kings. And then after that, you can bring them in pretty easy. See, another fish. Close that bail. He took my bait. That's probably a bluefish. I mean, this is instant. Oh, there we go. That's a little better. Woohoo! Jumped out of the water. Is that a blue? Yeah. The bluefish are thick right now. They act like a largemouth bass, except with some serious munchers on them. Light tackle on them's pretty fun, or semi-light tackle, I should say. This ain't super light, but it is a thin rod. Another blue. Let them wear out some before we bring them in. And I'm gonna get some pliers on them. They make good shark bait too. Here, bye-bye bluefish. Sweet. That's fun. I mean, real fun. I have a few more baits left, but I'm gonna try to sabiki them up some more while I am seeing them below the boat. Here goes our sabiki rig. Drop it down. Give it a couple twitches. And we have a bait. Sweet. And you want to use a de-hooker if you can. Oh crap, unless they come off like that. But a de-hooker allows you to not handle them so they survive a little better in that live well. There's a lot of bait right in front of me. See, already got some. Now you can leave it down there, and when one gets excited, the rest of them get excited, and you can have a full sabiki full. But last time I did that, see, look at that, full sabiki was. But last time I did that, a shark ate it. But there's the D-hooker. Now this is an Atlantic bumper or hornbelly or whatever you want to call it. I call them crazy fish. I've caught big kings, tarpon will eat them. But right now, since there's so many pilchards around, that's what I'm gonna continue to catch. We'll reel it in slowly. There's another nice LY or pilchard. Take this D-hooker, boom, and you never touch the bait, and that thing's active in there. So that's just showing you how you can catch your own bait. I've collected up enough bait, and I know where to get some as well, because it's all around me. Obviously, I just moved spots. This is a Gulf State pier. If you watch my previous videos, you've seen me fish on this pier before. I was raised fishing on here. It got damaged back in 2020 when Hurricane Sally came through, wrecked a bunch of stuff, and they're finally rebuilding it. They've gotten these spans put in. The biggest part of the work was resetting in those pilings and putting those new spans connecting the front to this octagon, and that's finished. But they're saying late summer, end of summer. That's all weather dependent. We don't really know exactly, but they're saying end of summer it'll be ready. But there's nobody fishing on here. That's what I'm getting to. Hopefully we can drop a live bait down there and catch us a king or tarpon or cobia. A lot of those come over here. Even mahi. I've caught a small mahi off this pier before, but the water condition was much better. Right now it's got that green color, which is fine for kings. Oh, well, I guess I just donated that LY to the water. And there's always a helicopter flying over around here. Can't hear yourself think. It's a cool place to be though. Maybe that sacrifice LY will do me some good. I'm gonna pay attention to what I'm doing here. Come here, buddy. Get you through. There we go. Toss you out, do me some good. Okay. It's funny, when you're in a boat, you cast close to structure, and when you're on the structure, like on this pier, we're always trying to cast out as far as we can. One of my bigger kings I've caught on the pier, I caught right underneath it, which is funny. King fishing is something I thoroughly enjoy doing. They're not my favorite fish to eat, but they're one of my favorite fish to catch, because you can catch them from the pier, from the jetties, near shore. Even in Pensacola Bay, you can catch them during the right times of year. And they're fun and they're big. Drilling in my bait and something just came up and hit my LY. Sweet. We'll find out what it is together. I don't know if that's gonna be a king or not. Typically kings, they make a little bit nicer run, but I don't know. There are a lot of sharks here. I mean, a lot of sharks. So that's a possibility as well. But we'll find out together. I don't know what it is yet. I'll take that back about not having some weight to it. Oh, that's a big bluefish. That's what that was. And he just jumped and spit the hook. That was a giant bluefish for this area. I haven't caught a bluefish that big in a long time. About an 8-pound fish. Let's get another bait. That was a good sized blue. At least I got to see it. A lot of bluefish around. That's why when you throw swim baits for tarpon, be prepared to bring extras, because a bluefish will bite the heck out of your swim baits. Okay, I can feel my bait getting nervous. Yep, something just grabbed it. And start reeling since I have a circle hook. There we go. Got another fish on. Oh, it's another big blue. Dadgum. He's not as big as the other one though. What's below him? Yeah, this one's about your average size, what I was catching over there by the beach. They're fun though. They are fun. Time to let you go. It'll be a good dinner. I mean, they're not bad to eat. They're just oily. Needle nose pliers, circle hook. There we go. Typically I use treble hooks, but I've just had the circle hook tied up. And it's working okay. We're gonna try this again. I mean, the wind is in a good direction, south to southeast. It's one of my favorite winds for king fishing because a lot of times that west wind will bring in that dirty water from Mobile Bay. Southeast wind brings in some of that cleaner water from Florida. But it all depends on the tides as well and the amount of precipitation we've had. Toss you out there. These big predators aren't afraid to swim in the open versus the smaller ones are tucked up next to that structure. Oh, something is. Yeah, I think it is another blue. I don't know yet. Could be a mackerel. Swimming kind of sideways like a mackerel. Let's see, this is fun. Just want to be careful with him because I don't know how well he's hooked. Oh, come here, you. No, it's another blue. Oh, boom, acrobatic buddy. They are fun. I may end up throwing the Mad Scat at them once I go through all my live bait. Look at you. Let them calm down some. You don't want to bring a very toothy critter in the boat that's flopping around everywhere. But I'm also mindful of the man in the gray suit, tax man, because there's a lot down here. Got my pliers ready. Gonna bring you up. And that's a nice bluefish in the Gulf of Mexico. I know in the Northeast they get a lot larger, but this is a pretty good blue right there. Circle hooks out, he's gone. There's no limits on those, no size limits, no krill limits here in the state of Alabama. So you could stack up on those and eat some fresh fillets. They're great grilled because they are an oily meat. You can sop them down with some butter and garlic and eat them, but we're just letting them go. I got that one Spanish that'll feed me good. Keep on fishing. It's fun, it's relaxing. That's why I like this type of fishing. I don't do a lot of tournaments because I just like to relax and catch fish with no added pressure. Because it's ultimately, that's what it's about. It's coming out here and relaxing, enjoying yourself, taking off from the stresses of life. If you aren't happy fishing, unless you lose a big fish, and you can be unhappy for a little bit. But if you ain't happy doing this, probably should find a different sport or reevaluate your life. At least that's what I tell myself. Can't wait till tarpon start showing up. I've already seen a pod this year back in March, but they were the early ones moving towards Mississippi and Louisiana. But June, August, July, really July and August, some excellent big tarpon months. Plan on doing some tarpon fishing. And this is the type of fishing where you don't have to travel 40, 50 miles to go offshore to catch fish. You can catch fish right off the beach. The beach and these structures like this and the bait, it acts as its own ecosystem, and the underwater topography of the sandbars and this drop off gets the bait collected and then the fish follow along the beach. I'm tossing out some LYs, seeing if any kings are hanging around. Tossing out LYs, looking for kings, Spanish. There's a bunch of blues around, bunch of bluefish. Oh man, you'll have no problem. Yes, sir. Go ahead and throw this Nomad Mad Scad 115. Since there's so much bait around, I got my last LY floating out there. I don't think I'm gonna catch any more. See if I can get something on artificial. There we go, there's a fish. On the artificial. That's awesome. What are you? I always love catching stuff on twitch baits. Is it another blue? That's what it looks like. Yeah, it is. Another bluefish. They are thick right now. You could have a cooler full of some fresh fish if you are fishing right now for blues. I'm glad this lure has single hooks because it'd be easy to get out. There we go. Calm yourself, man. And I have it rigged up the exact same as what I'm throwing live bait on, just the lure instead of the hook. Okay, there he goes. But this is a Nomad Mad Scat in the 115 size. This is a sinking big game twitch bait, haywire twisted to 43-pound single strand wire. I'm in exact same setup as what I've been throwing live bait on, but just with the lure tied on instead. Oh, there's a fish on that little LY. Okay, this was my last LY, and we just hooked up to a fish. Got some power to them. I mean, bluefish, pound for pound, if that's what this is, they do fight hard. They got some ump to them, which I don't know if that's what this is going to be, but considering I've caught a bunch already, I think it is. And it is. They got some oomph to them for sure. Whew. Calm yourself, man. That's a little bit larger one of the day. Got that hook rotated around because it's circular, obviously, and he's gone. That's it on the live bait. I'm not going to sabiki up anymore. Let's keep on casting with lures. And I just reel and twitch at the same time. Give it a pause every now and then. Reel and twitch. You can do a steady you can do a steady retrieve if you want to, but you just saw that reel, twitch, and then pause. Always put a pause in there at some point. Seems to, when they're chasing it and you pause it and start it back up again, really seems to tick them off, trigger that instinct. Even if they're not hungry, you can get a reaction strike out of them. Boom! Old bluefish doing some acrobatic maneuvers. Or error. Come on. Boom! There you go. That's a good size one right there. Whew. Calm yourself. Calm yourself. That's not a bad bluefish. There you go. I mean, this video is just catching fish. I mean, being out here is always fun and a blessing. Catching fish is an added bonus, and then catching the targeted fish is even better. But I just like to fish, as y'all know. And this is fun, just relaxing. Got that nice Spanish the first, when I first got out. And now it's just fun fishing. You really never know what's going to be around here. Maybe some redfish or jack crevalle come along, but right now it just seems like the bluefish are thick. I mean, real thick. And you don't have to throw these lures on this real heavy tackle like this. You can catch bluefish in Spanish on inshore stuff. But I have this Mad Scat tied on because, like I said, just before that bite, you never know what's going to come around, and you want to be prepared for it, especially an expensive lure. Come on, wow, that's a good one. That's a good one. Woo-hoo-hoo. They're fun. I always like to see how he's hooked. He's hooked on that front one, and obviously my pliers on the opposite side that I was just at. These are good sized bluefish. Real good size. They're easy to hold on to. You just don't want to get your finger in those teeth. Wow, he wasn't coming unhooked at all. Good. There you go. Keep going. Sharp hooks. Yeah, that's what they are. Just thick right there. Bring them in so the shark doesn't eat them. Oh, came off. Put slack in the line. Got it. See if we can bring it in this time, and then I'll end up trolling and then probably go in as the sun's starting to set. Really nice evening. Oh, we just got a nice jump. It's another blue. They are thick right now. Boom, jumped again. Wouldn't mind if he jumped and got the hook out of them. Come on. All Spanish and blues. Caught a king, there we go. I caught a king Thursday. But right now you can't get past the bluefish. And then I got some real nice Spanish on live bait. Trying to pick up the trolling motor. I've kind of lost count about the number of fish I've caught, but yo, look at this live bait. I mean, there's bait everywhere. Acres of it. If I was snapper fishing today, I would, but we got these weird rules where it's only on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday you can recreational snapper fish during the season. Well, it's time for me to go in, everyone. Been a fun afternoon of just straight up catching fish. And I have something to take home as well, that nice Spanish Mac. Hope you enjoyed this fishing trip today. It was pretty fun. The intro started over in Florida, didn't catch anything. So I came back out today in my home waters here in Orange Beach. I actually caught a bunch of fish, which is incredibly fun. Throwing live bait and artificial. If you enjoy this video and you want to keep up with more and you haven't yet, smash that subscribe button down below. Almost at 200,000 subscribers, which is amazing to be able to share these experiences with each and every one of y'all. All of our partners and sponsors are linked down in the video description along with my website. Hope to see you on the next one. I want to thank the good Lord up above for everything he does for us. We'll see you later.